Aloha. It's an honor to be here with you tonight, and it's been an amazing experience so far. My topic, cultivating cultural seeds. We're looking at maka'ala, to be mindful, which is you folks. Ho'omanawa nui, patient, as we all have been today. Malama, like Vincent does with the aina. Mahalo for that. Ikaika. Charles does that with his work. And of course, aloha. Nothing exemplifies aloha more than Elizabeth with her graciousness. Aloha, love and compassion. And that's what I hear, a central theme today, love and compassion. And as I look around and I feel and I live all these things, my journey has been short because I grew up in a Western world. One of the messages I heard today was we were lost. Yeah. And we have a hard time finding our way sometimes. And that's because there's a culture that is lost. And in order for us to find ourselves, we need to realize, live that culture. The Hawaiian culture is a living, breathing thing. You can touch it, feel it, smell it. You can feel the spirituality behind it. And it's not until then that you can find yourself. Kuleana, responsibility. It's your responsibility to do these things. Lisa does that with her work. That was an amazing presentation. But it's also my kuleana that's been passed down to me from my father. The kuleana is my responsibility to take care of these things. And, our topic today is the courage to dream. It was his dream that we identify, stabilize, protect, and restore Hawaiian cultural resources. And it became his kuleana and his dream to do that. I just lived it. It wasn't my dream because I was living it. I didn't know it at the time because I've seen it all around me. So he started Maui Cultural Lands with the intent of protecting the kupuna from being hurt, protecting those things who cannot speak. So I speak before you for those things who cannot talk. The plants, the pohaku, the children, and those who have left us. And it's a very humbling thing to be able to speak about. Our main project is in Kauai Valley. We've been there for 12 years now. And to the uninitiated, it looks beautiful. A lot of bushes, a little ravine. But there's a lot more than that. There are stories. There's pohaku there. There are wondrous hidden treasures left to be found. What's happening on the west side? Development throughout the world. And it's not good enough for archaeologists to identify what is significant and destroy everything around it. These things are only significant as everything that supports it. A Hawaiian culture, as my grandfather says, kupuna Ed Lindsey, is a sticks and stones culture. And many cultures throughout the world are sticks and stones. The sticks represent food, clothing, transportation, medicine. And the stones, the other half of that. So you have to have both to be in balance. That's why, if you never notice, I only get one shoe. Because I'm not in balance. And that's where we are today. We are not in balance. One of the other things I heard today is Dr. Art Medeiros, people, laulima, working together, hands working together. And people are more important than money. You don't need money to do something. You need people. With people comes hope. These images I'm showing you is all in Kauai Valley, and you are all welcome to come join me there every Saturday, 9 o'clock. Get dirty, understand the spirit of the land, the connectivity. This valley was once very fertile. 800 years ago, this rock wall was built. Pre-Columbian. Okay, this is before Machu Picchu. Everybody knows Machu Picchu. It's before that. Okay, this is about the time, before the completion of the Great Wall of China. Yet here, these cultures save their things. We are intent on documenting, destroying, and reading about it. Everything goes in cycles. We heard waves. Everything's in cycles. Kids sometimes get in the cultural cycle and get connected early, And sometimes we need to wait till our 50s, 60s, maybe even later to get connected. All along this cycle, people get connection. And we cannot just destroy these things because then there's nothing to learn. And it's amazing to see the archeology, the engineering, and the architecture. And you couldn't see any of these walls. These walls was all built 800 years ago, as I said, but it was all cleared out by volunteers. Hard work. But it's not work when it's passion. It is not work. And the stories here are wondrous, and I am learning every day. But these stories that I learn don't come from the books, don't come from adults or professionals with the palapala or the paper behind them that say they're the experts. It comes from the people I talk to, the kupuna. And the pohakus also talk. Pohakus talk. Come on. You tell me you want to rock and talk to me. That's what I thought. But you know what? They do. And I met people with that gift. When the pohaku talk to you, you listen. It's these things that really come to mind and really bring the spirituality. You can do all the physical portion of it, but that's only half. You have to have the spirituality as well. So this is Kauai Valley and its wonder. It fed 6,000 people as a rich agricultural settlement. And we have these in all the valleys. There are archeological sites all throughout, and all throughout the world too. And it's not until we have the children involved that we become balanced. Hikawa ma mua kawa ma hope. That's an olelo no iao. Our future can be found in the wisdom of the past. And what better way to do that than with children? We saw a wonderful video today on that the little girl. It was just amazing. Listen to the children. These children are my teachers. These children are amazing. And to hear their voices, in my mom's expression, it goes deep. Not just the heart, it goes deeper to your na'au, your ki, your chi, your center, your piko. And to see them in the taro patch getting dirty, it wonders. Ew, muddy, dirty, ew. But it's part of who they are, and they learn these things. And as you learn, you do. And one of my teachers is my son. And he came to mind, or brought to me the attention of another wonderful olelo, ka'elo. Can you please tell everybody what the olelo is? Heli'i ka aina, Hikawa ke kanaka. The land is chief, and we are its servants. So we must take care of these things. And one of the things he says to me when I showed him this picture, Dad, I'll back up a little bit, walking around checking out all these beautiful walls. He goes, Dad, the female rock is close by. You should look for it. Huh, I never even think of that. And sure enough, a couple weeks later, my mom found it, the other half. But it's that kind of upbringing, and he don't know it yet, but he's being trained for the future. And this is my father, Ed Lindsey, who had really started it. He's sitting in front of a grinding stone. You have to sharpen your tools, once again, sticks and stones culture. And I'd like to finish up with a video. I'm Hawaiian, I'm going overtime already, so that's okay.
I would like for you to consider the amount of attacks we have had upon our cultural sites. If these sites are destroyed, as my 4-year-old grandson asked me, Grandpa, why is this important? It took me a little while what this 4-year-old kid was trying to ask me. And my answer was, because that's who we are. If you destroy these places, who are we? What makes Maui special? You know that 75% of the endangered plants in the United States come from Hawaii. need to come back out here and protect these things that have evolved for millions of years. And it's not found anywhere else in the world. Aloha is endangered. Too many people misuse and abuse the word aloha. Aloha is love and compassion. It's not me, my, I. It's love and compassion. Compassion for everything around us. Compassion for the land, the ocean, living things. So we need to be passionate, and people need to understand that it's very important for the history and for the well-being of the future generations. We don't know what these plants have that can help us. Anytime you come together, you should make it a point to recognize people and to treat them properly so that nobody's a stranger. Where did life come from? Ikikai. Where did we come from? Ikikai. We must malama each other, this earth, this ocean, and all living things. These things are good for us to use, not to abuse. We have that responsibility to maintain and to regenerate the spirit of the land. Everybody can participate in this if they allow the culture to survive. Otherwise, Hawaii will just be another name on the map with no meaning. There are certain things that money cannot buy, and this is one of these places where money cannot buy. This is who we are. If you take this away, who are we? Just voices in the wind.
I'd like to finish with that. Amazing. Thank you very much. Aloha.